Those are facilities of CDF before it was devolved, Honorable Speaker. And some of them, after they devolved the money, we left them to the county government, and they have never been finished. They're just there. But the money come to the county government, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the area which the government and auditors should check and audit properly is the monies for the county government. Because it is not seen, we don't know, and we are just adding money to the county governments every time they cry. You see, like last time, Honorable Speaker, 2 years ago, they demanded money for the sports, which we used to do to help our children, to facilitate them to play games. But now, since that money was devolved, Honorable Speaker, there's a very big problem in the counties or in the sub-counties or constituencies, Honorable Speaker. Because these people, their work is to steal money. Honorable Speaker, there's a big impact. And the monies that we get, the money that can be accounted for, the money that has a structure, Honorable Speaker, is the money for NG-CDF. It has a positive impact. Everywhere when you go, you will see a school, you will see administration, either a DO's office or chief's office, and they are permanent structures, Honorable Speaker, that when you go there, you will also be happy that indeed the money for CDF is working. Honorable Speaker, the work of the MP is just only to oversight. We don't have any role, either that you are the chairman of something. No. Honorable Speaker, our work is to oversight. For a very long time, Honorable Speaker, I think the Senate has lost track because their work is to oversight the money for the county government. And they have been taking CDF board to court, wanting to crush, to remove CDF money that Mwananchi can see, that Mwananchi can, the CDF can pay a bursary for the poor children who are suffering or who used to suffer during those days, Honorable Speaker. Even like where I come from, Honorable Speaker, I managed to pay 5,000 fees for 5,000 students, Honorable Speaker. And the county government, with those billions, pays only, can give only 1 million shillings out of 15 billion. You will get that award gets 1 million shillings, Honorable Speaker. To end up the ward, because like in Bungoma we have 45 wards, that will be only 45 million. The money that one constituency pay. Because like myself, I've been paying, last time I paid 60 million that I used to pay a bursary, Honorable Speaker, for university students, for secondary students, for TTI, and everything. So, Honorable Speaker, you cannot compare. The Senate should go out to check and see, to oversight the money that go to the county government. This report, the Honorable Speaker, that was brought by the auditors, there are schools that we call them, even before we were born, in the 60s. And up to now, those schools has no title deeds. So it's not a work of CDF, that CDF can chase a school that started in 1960 or 1940 something, it doesn't have a title deed. CDF just came the other day, but this trade of land title deeds, the problem has been there since after independence, Honorable Speaker. But with now, you can get a parent. The school is either has a very small acreage of land, and the demand of the community wants the land to be, the school land to be extended. And Honorable Speaker, you cannot wait that you will get a title deed. If you can imagine, those in the 60s have not received a title deed. And if you'll wait, you'll wait until maybe you die before you build a school need and demanded by the community or by parents of that particular school, Honorable Speaker. We build because the population grows every year. The population grows every day. And the demands of schools are there, Honorable Speaker. The demands of administration offices are there. Every year, Honorable Speaker, a chief or, a location or a sub-location or a division is created because of population growing, Honorable Speaker. So, Honorable Speaker, as I thank the committee, Honorable Speaker, the government should put structure on the monies of county government, because this money of CDF, Honorable Speaker, has a structure in place. And you cannot take any money. Mr. Speaker, even if you want to build a school, you cannot just write either a letter or make a phone call to the board and say that I want to build a school. No. There is a way, Honorable Speaker, and this should go to our people who are fighting to remove the NG-CDF. And even the courts, Honorable Speaker, should also consider, because everybody, be it a Chief Justice or whoever, be it their Attorney General, they come from villages and they have seen all this that we are talking about today here in the August House, Honorable Speaker. And they come from the community. And as they go on doing their work, Honorable Speaker, when they go home, they will see that there was no school here, and now I've gone home and I've seen there is a new school that has come up. So we all come from villages, Honorable Speaker, and we need to be honest to our people, maybe who don't understand, and we need to make them understand that the monies that has structures, Honorable Speaker, is the NG-CDF. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Who did I say should follow? The Honorable Masara. Or Honorable Masara, you want to wait to undertake some business before you contribute. Just hold on a bit. The clerks will be approaching you shortly. The Honorable Catherine Omanyo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I stand to actually put a voice on matters to do with CDF or NG-CDF, although I'm a women rep. But being a women rep, I'm also a member or a daughter of the soil in Busia. And as I crisscross the county every day, I witness evidence, a lot of good that has been done with this fund. In fact, people should be talking of adding, not doing away with it. Because there are schools that had never seen a permanent building or a serious building in the compound. Today, if I move across my community and my county, I see story buildings coming up. Permanent buildings that are conducive for our children and offices for the people or staff who take care of our children. And these buildings are being raised because of CDF. Some of us could have never been or gone to school, or those children who come from the lowest strata of the society. Some of those children could not have gone to school if there was no bursary that is given through this CDF. At the moment in Kenya, we either sink or swim by not or by inciting. Many things are happening and people are not even sensitive enough to the situation at the moment. Because I have been reading in WhatsApp pages about CDF, and people who are talking about this CDF, some of them didn't need it. Most of them are just in these good towns. They don't even understand. Let them leave those people who have benefited to give evidence, to give the right case study that actually CDF has put a roof on a child's head because some of these children were learning under a tree. I recently visited also Marsabit, and I was shocked. Some of the things that people take advantage of, some Kenyans do not have. This CDF, if you look into it properly, knowing my country very well where there is tribalism, there is no regional balance, CDF has enabled even that community that no one could have thought of, that community that people even almost forgot that they belong to Kenya. Through their member of parliament, they are represented. So it will actually cut off people who wish that if I am the one in the seat, I will ignore those who didn't vote for me. But with CDF, it is upon the member of parliament that you have sent to represent you, to bring down to everybody. And CDF actually gives priority to projects that wananchi themselves at the grassroots level have decided that they want to be implemented. So I would rather look into the gaps that are there to see how to make it more palatable to everybody, from grandmothers who are taking care of orphans who actually benefit because their grandchildren are in school. Let us add more to CDF kitty so all children in Kenya, regardless of their ethnicity, of their background, regardless, all children in Kenya can benefit. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Catherine Omanyo, the Honorable Peter Masara. To lay the documents first.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, allow me, Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay the following papers on the table of the House today, Tuesday, 23rd July 2024. Report of the Budget and Appropriation Committee on its consideration of the first supplementary estimate for financial year 2024-2025 and the compendium of departmental committee reports on their consideration of the supplementary estimates. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Would you give notice of motion?
Yes.
Please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to give notice, motion of notice on Speaker, that this House adopt the report of the Budget and Appropriation Committee on its consideration of the supplementary estimate for financial year.
The Honorable Raphael Wanjala, approach the Speaker. Approach the Speaker. Honorable Wanjala, approach the Speaker. Proceed, Honorable Peter Masara.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, once again, I beg to give notice of the following motion, that this House adopts the report of the Budget and Appropriation Committee on its consideration of the supplementary estimate for financial year 2024-2025, laid on the table of the House on Tuesday, 23rd July 2024, and pursuant to the provision of Article 221 of the Constitution, Section 39 of the Public Finance Management Act of 2012, and the Standing Order 239, 1, approves a reduction of the current expenditure for financial year 2024-2025 by 38,896,358,312 in respect of the votes contained in the first schedule of the report. 2, approves reduction of the total capital expenditure for financial year 2024-2025 by Kenya shillings 107,445,697,478 in respect of the votes contained in the first schedule of the report. And 3, approves an overall reduction in the total budget for financial year 2024-2025 by Kenya shillings 146,342,055,790